Zack Snyder's Justice League. Holy crap, I cannot believe I'm actually reviewing this movie in 2021. After being originally released in 2017, Justice League was directed by Zack Snyder, but he unfortunately had to step away from the project towards the end of post-production due to the terrible tragedy of his daughter Autumn committing suicide. Rest in peace, Autumn. In which Warner Brothers brought in Joss Whedon to take over post-production and finish up the movie for release. When the theatrical cut soon became known as the Justice League movie, and was less well received by DC fans due to it feeling more like a Marvel movie, and also due to the toxic stuff going on behind the scenes between Joss and the actors. But come on, let's go to the fun stuff now. So, what did I like about this movie? Well, for one thing, every character gets treated a lot better in this movie than the original theatrical cut. Let's start off with the vain villain Steppenwolf. In Justice League, Steppenwolf was as generic as he came. He lived to conquer. He loved conquering more than anything else. It was better than sex to him. Well, yeah, that's very thrilling. Not exactly the most interesting villain out there. Here, though, in Zack Snyder's Justice League, Steppenwolf there's more to this guy than meets the eyes. For one thing, he's not just conquering because he loves it. He has to do it. It's because he has been banished from Apocalypse by Darkseid a long, long time ago, and he wants to get back under his wing and go home. Isn't that not one of the most relatable motivations for any character ever? Just wanting to go home after a bad day, or a bad couple of days, or a bad thousand of years. I totally sympathize with this guy in that regard. Not to mention, he's far more badass in this movie. Looks like an alien instead of whatever Justice League Steppenwolf's supposed to look like. And he also cuts people in half and even decapitates an Amazon one scene. So yeah, much better. But it's not just the villain that gets treated better. Every hero gets treated better as well. Cyborg. He truly feels like the heart and soul in this movie that Zack Snyder always intended him to be. He is fully fleshed out, and he is struggling with the fact that he is half man, half machine. Flash, more than comedic relief. He is a badass, he's useful, and he is perhaps the best scene in the entire movie towards the very end, which, of course, Joss decided to cut out for God knows what reason. I don't know what goes on in this guy's head. Batman and Wonder Woman, still cool, just like in the original movie, but now they're not at each other's throats because there was no need for tension between the two. They actually work as a team in this movie. Superman, his character arc that began in Man of Steel is complete. His return and revival is one of the best scenes in the entire movie, and it's just so great to see a good Superman here instead of, like an evil, dickish Superman that just murders people. Come on, that trend needs to die already. It's been going on long enough. And, of course, Aquaman. Okay, fair enough. Aquaman isn't the most thrilling character in this movie, but to be fair, I don't think Aquaman was anyone's favorite hero until his movie came out. Even then, he's not mine still. But every character gets treated a lot better. It truly feels like Zack put a lot of love and care into this movie, and I hope so. It is 4 hours long, and I know a lot of people might have trouble sitting through a movie like that, but let's be real. If people are willing to waste their entire weekends binging a TV show on Netflix, I think they can easily sit through a 4 hour long movie. Unfortunately, it's not a perfect film. There's one teensy-weensy little plot hole in it. Apparently, 1,000 years ago, Darkseid came to Earth and tried to conquer it, but was almost killed and defeated due to the fact that humans, Amazonians, Atlanteans, and the Green Lantern team up to essentially kick him off the planet and stop him from conquering the Earth. Steppenwolf comes back to Earth to try and conquer it again, and in doing so finds out that the one thing Darkseid's been looking for is on this planet, and he realizes, holy shit, if I conquer this planet, I'll definitely be able to go home now. I'll finally get back under Darkseid's favor. There's a problem with that. For one thing, the Darkseid and his people, these parademons, they are a really advanced alien race. They have laser cannons, powerful tech, and all that. Yet they somehow have no way of remembering which planet he almost died on, and they failed to conquer after conquering thousands of worlds. Not to mention, Steppenwolf, we never really know why he was banished or why he was kicked off from Apocalypse. I'm assuming that the reason for that might have been that maybe after Darkseid was almost killed and was recovering, Steppenwolf tried to take over and maybe delete the data in the process, in which Darkseid recovered and whooped his ass and kicked him off the planet. Either that or Parademon accidentally deleted the data and he just threw Steppenwolf under the bus, which is entirely believable. I mean, if you're working for the god of evil on a planet called Apocalypse, I can see that being a rather toxic environment. Kind of like a Joss Whedon movie. Or an Alec Baldwin movie. Too soon. There's one other tiny little problem with this movie. Every time Wonder Woman comes on the screen in an action scene, she has this background Amazonian singer, wailing away, basically giving off these epic vibes as she's in slow motion fighting. And it's really cool at first, but towards the end, it just gets monotonous. Like, one scene, like, the music will be playing as normal, and then next thing you know, when she comes in, the singer comes in out of nowhere. Like, what, does she have, like, a soundboard in her pocket or something? Or a device that, like, plays it every time? Like, every time she's about to jump into the scene, it's like, it's time. I mean, I could totally see that being the case. She likes to hype herself up, maybe. But overall, Zack Snyder's Justice League was a phenomenal film. It was so much better than the original cut, and I am so glad that we finally got to see Zack Snyder's true vision. I give this movie a 9 out of 10 stars. Or 9 out of 10. So, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Have you seen it? What do you think about it? If you leave a comment down below, and like and subscribe. I love to do more content, and if you guys love what you see here, I'll be glad to do some more. Till then, till next time.